Miss Laila Odom. Thank you so much for being a Straight Up No Chaser today.
Thank you.
You are a part of the DeBarge movie, Bobby DeBarge.
Yes.
And you play his wife.
Right.
You're from?
Originally, I'm from Jersey. I was born in Jersey. I moved to New York. From there, I moved to LA. So I'm currently in LA.
In LA.
Yeah.
So Jersey, New York, and LA.
Yes.
All the places where great actresses come from.
Yes, it's very, very true. But we're in Atlanta now.
In Atlanta.
Right.
Well, Atlanta's on the map now.
No, it is. It definitely is.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here.
I'm excited that you're here.
Yes.
Okay, so you're playing Bobby's wife in this movie. How did you get the part? Did you have to audition a lot?
Yes. I had to audition. I was actually in Atlanta for another film, and I auditioned for this part. I think it was something that when you grow up, you always heard DeBarge. You always heard that. It was always associated with like if you were light skinned or something like that. But beyond that, I think that's just the surfacey part of it. This is a huge family. They're all talented. They're all good looking. But there's some demons that they all have to deal with. Mm. And I think that this film sheds some light on that, obviously. And it's from the perspective of Bobby DeBarge. And there was so much that I didn't know. I had to ask my older sister, my mom, because during that time they were familiar with what was happening and things like that. I read the script and I just felt like Teri was a really important character. So I auditioned, called back, auditioned again, and then I got it. So I was excited about that, but I was excited that I was able to portray someone that's still alive. I was able to talk to Teri, meet Teri, and it was just a great experience to be able to have that when telling a story about someone that's no longer with us. The character that I'm playing is still here. So I think that was a great experience for me.
How was meeting her? What was that like?
At first it was very like, you want to be respectful, you don't want to ask too many questions or a strange question. She was an open book. Teri was she's very loving, nurturing, like everything that you can think of, that's what she is. And even 25 years later, she still is a very kind, open person. And I think that I'm just really grateful to be able to go to her when I had questions. She was on set in a respectful way. So I think that was the bigger part of doing the story on someone, but the character that I'm playing is still alive and not bitter, still happy, still living her life, has 2 beautiful sons from Bobby. So I think I couldn't have been in a better situation.
Did you identify with the demons in the DeBarge family?
Yeah, I think that every family deals with a level of demons, a level of dysfunction, It's how the family deals with it, No family, no person is perfect. And even within my own family, we have things that have to be dealt with, And I think that this film would shed some light on that. It shed some light on some ugly things that have to be dealt with also. But from my standpoint as marrying into the family, it's a little different. It was more so, Teri was very young when she married him. And supporting someone that needed help, that needed love, that's really what he needed. So I think it was important for that point to come across. It's not to talk about the gossip of what happened, but how this woman loved this man. That's the most important part for me and my portrayal of the character.
So, what is her perception of the mother?
Okay. when I spoke to Teri specifically about that, she said that she did have a good relationship with the mother. And regardless of the things that happened, Adeline loved her kids, still does. I'm not here to judge what she did as a woman. Even as an actress, I'm not here to judge what she did, the mother. I'm here to bring life to a role. And I had a great cast that I was able to work with, great production, so I was able to do that. I think sometimes we want to hear all the, well, what happened and this. That's not what it's about. It's about who was there supporting him after everything was over, after the music, after he lost the deal. Who was there to help him and support him? So I think that's something that the movie does show of what happened and what people turn to do to maintain a lifestyle or just to live. If all you know is singing, what else do you do when that's not available to you? You know.
And I think we all can relate to that.
Yeah, of course. We all, as a family, I'm sure everybody has issues within their family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we can't you can't point a finger without looking at yourself.
Looking at yourself.
Yeah. So I think that it will do that. We have to see, you know, we all have something funky in our family. How do we deal with it? How do we make it better so that we don't pass it on to another generation and have more dysfunction?
Did it draw anything out of you emotionally? Was there any healing that took place for you?
Definitely. There's a similarity between myself and Teri's boys. I lost my father the same age as Bobby. Like, I was the same age when I lost my own father. So a lot of the moments are reflecting on that for me. And, you know, looking at my mom and looking at my family, the same type of thing of when you lose someone and when you lose a parent so young, what do? How do you heal? And the movie doesn't touch on that just because it wouldn't. But for me, I had to use my own experience to bring to life, you know, what will be happening, because I'm not playing a child. I'm playing the mother of two children, you know, who eventually loses her husband.
Wow. I felt that because I felt a little bit of your pain.
Yeah.
From that. Just from that probably episode.
Yeah. Or time, like you make peace with things, you understand things better, you understand why God puts people in your life. I told Teri that I was like, God, he doesn't make mistakes. So when I met her, it was a bond that happened instantly.
Wow.
Oh yeah, like it happened instantly because through her I was able to look at myself, look at my mom. Like I had to think about my mom went through this, you know. So it's been a very rewarding experience for me, and just thinking about my family and how I want to move forward with things and make it better. And for the family that I don't have children yet, but when I do, how am I going to be the best woman that I can be for them? You know?
One of the things that seems to be the census of every person that I've interviewed is that it gave them healing and showed them things about themselves. Even from the veterans to the new Adrian, you know. So I think this was designed by God.
Definitely. I completely loved working with everyone. It was like it's a big cast, but everybody brought something different. We're all very different, whether it's how long we've been acting or if there's a music background. Like for some of the actors that are singers, they have a different appreciation, obviously, to a group that is so talented, a family that's so talented, you know. Regardless of any demons, anything bad, they're so gifted. So I think we have to look at ourselves and kind of like take an inventory of what we do and bring that to a character and make it as full as we can make it, because we're still actors. I wasn't there. I can't tell you what happened, but I can can go with what I feel and what, obviously I've shared with Teri and other members, because Teri was the only one that I spoke to. I don't know about the other family members and if other actors were able to connect with who they're playing. But I was able to, so I'm really excited about that. But I think overall, a really good group of people and a group of people that really care and want to tell a family story in the right way, portray it with respect.
I'm saying amen. You're telling me, I said amen. Because you just preached a little bit right there.
I learned a little something coming to Atlanta. Like I learned a little something, but yeah, that's kind of how I felt, and I think this is going to be a really good film.
I think so too. Yeah, just from speaking with each and every one of you, I think so too. I guess one last question would be the scenes with Bobby. How was that?
There's probably my most favorite scene, which is he's playing a piano and he's singing one of his last songs, and it was just a beautiful experience. Roshan, who plays Bobby, is very talented, very easy to work with. So I'm telling you, I probably laughed and cried as much as anybody could on this set. Like, we have really good days, and then there was days where it was like real tears, real feelings. So I had a good time, and this is the type of work that we don't get to do often. So when we do have opportunity, it's like, this is what I do it for, to be able to tell a story.
So moving forward, just your experience on this movie and with doing this movie, what could you tell somebody in Hollywood that's going through the same thing?
I think that's a hard question. That's very hard. Can I phrase it a little different? Please. Can I change it a little bit? I think that we have to be honest with ourselves. And when we're in pain, don't cover it. Like, definitely seek help, get help, and don't try and do it yourself. I think if people are more honest about the bad times as the good times, like, we're in a society now where we only post things when it's popping or when it looks good. What about when you're sad? What about when you don't book the job or when you don't have the new car? How do you feel? We don't talk about that. We only talk about, look, I got a 60 carat. But what about when you didn't have that? So I think if we can address those issues and like be kind, there's a level of like we don't have kindness for each other anymore. I think if we can focus on that and really work on that, whether you're in Hollywood or New York or wherever, I think we'll have better people, we'll have a better result of things.
Being such a young woman, how did you get to be so wise?
Life, like, honestly, you live life, you see things. Heartbreak teaches you so much. I think that's kind of where it comes from, and like I said, experiencing death early in my life, it changes. You mature a little bit faster, so.
She seems like a sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm really so happy to be here and to be able to share and talk about something that's like dear to me. It's important, and I want other people to like be honest. If you are unhappy, if you are sad, like tell someone. Like do something. Just don't fake it. Ask for help, whether it's at church, but seek some help. Healing is even less about.
Thank you so much, Ms. Laila Odom, for your southern hospitality. We all know you're from New Jersey.
Yes.
It just really made my day speaking with you. You're a beautiful person and kind.
Thank you.
I feel your kindness.
And you are beautiful also. And thank you also for giving me and asking me things that matter and not a surfacey like, girl, what's your favorite? This one requires a little bit more depth than any other times.
Oh, so Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll do it again. Straight up,
Yes.
no chasing.
Chase.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much. I'm